Right then, here we go again. New clutch kit, flywheel, seal kit. So we just got to pop the engine out again, which will be time number 4 for this gearbox swap. Right, so I'm just starting underneath, so I'm just going to get out the 3 bolts you get from this side. So there's 2 nuts and studs there, and up there there's a bolt. Oh, you can see it there, I'll undo that one, and then the other one for the starter you undo from up above. So not inside the engine bay, but because we're being supported by that mount still, I can undo that, and then we can drop the camper down then. Do the jobs under the bonnet to do. Right, so that's the wires disconnected and out the way. And I've done the fuel line as well. Got the fuel line there as well, so I've just done it, so I'll poke it through the hole, I'll plug it through the hole before I do it. So now we're just going to undo these 10 mils on this rear tin. And then that seal will drop out as well then, and then we've just got that 1 bolt ready to pull the engine out then. Right, I'm just undoing this little bolt down here at the moment. That's the starter motor one. And then the engine's ready to come out then. So you need to get a jack under it then and undo the rear mounts. It's going well. Oh, just jacking it up. Just try and go for the oil plate there. So I keep thinking I'll get one of those bike lifts to do it. We think, well, I don't do it enough. But as this is like time number 4 now, I'm thinking maybe I should. Especially as I've got 3 air-cooled vehicles. Good, just taking the weight off of that, and then we can undo these mounts each side then. Right, so that's all the mounts undone now. I just need to pull that fuel line out, and we can pull the engine out. And just like that, the engine's out. Looks like there was just transit paint on that exhaust then. This is what we're dealing with then. As you see, it looks like we're still leaking a bit of oil out of there. Just making the clutch slip, so we've got new seals, new clutch and new flywheels going, because there is like a nick in this flywheel. I will try and show you if I remember when I take it off. Right, let's see what this clutch is like then. It doesn't actually look that bad in here. It's a little bit oily. I don't know where that oil's coming from or whether it is where it was ingrained in the clutch kit. But anyway, we got the replacement flywheels going on that, so we're just going to use the torque multiplier now to take off the flywheel. We'll see if I can film doing this. I just put the little ratchet in there. See, that's tightening it. I'll loosen it. You want to go? Yeah, I definitely going to be able to film it, so it needs to support the engine as well. Yeah, it went already well. I haven't got my 3/4 set here, so now it's loosened. I'm just slackening it off with the tool now. It just comes out. Simple R clip there. I say I can do it by hand now. So there we go. It's as easy as that then. We'll get the flywheel off and inspect it for any damage. Well, that's the flywheel off. You can see it is heavily grooved there. The outer groove will actually catch your finger, so I did think there was some damage somewhere else on it, but hard to see on camera. Anyway, so we've got a new seal to go in there and a new O-ring to go in the new replacement flywheel. Let's say, and then it can all go back together then. Well, it doesn't seem to be anything too obvious, but in here it's very rough around here, so I'm just going to see if I can get in there and clean all that up. It feels to be most of the way around, apart from that side. We'll see what we can do there. Right, I'm just going to come in with a Scotch-Brite sponge and see if I can clean that off, because obviously I don't want to damage the magnesium. We'll see how that goes. Well, that's a new sealing. I'm just going to clean up the face of the replacement flywheel. Let's say it looks very good around here. I've just had it stored with grease on it, and then we need to replace the O-ring in here as well, which we got a new one in the box over there. We can start putting it back together then. This one all cleaned up. It's come up really well. It looks scored, but it isn't. You can't feel that with your fingers at all. So yeah, we just need to put some oil on that, and then we can pop the flywheel on, and then we can use the torque multiplier tool to torque it up to spec. There we go, new O-ring in, nicely oiled up as I was fitting it. So hopefully that's not going to cause any leaks. So yeah, just needs to get some oil on this face now for the seal. We can get the flywheel back in. There we go, that's now tightened to 30 foot-pounds. So just need to clean up the face of this flywheel a little bit. We can get the tools off now, and then we can start looking at fitting the clutch. There we go, I'm not going crazy cleaning it up, it is nice and smooth and that. So we can get the new clutch kit in now. Obviously it's just a tissue in there I put to get the dust out. There we go, that's in. I just need to torque up the bolts now. But so really handy with that little tool. So I thought I'd buy one. I probably bought it to get free postage, but yeah, it's handy, little things like that. So he's making the tool. So I've just popped the tool back on there, and so we'll just torque them up to 18 foot-pounds, just for peace of mind. Right, I've also just replaced the clutch release bearing, because it is a bit worn, this one. Probably would have gone on a bit longer, but it's just a thing of what's the point of having the new one sat in storage. So we've got that on now. Time to get the engine back in now then. Right, so we've got the engine bolted back in. I've just roughly connected all the wires and the fuel line and things. So when it's up on the ramps, I want to get it running and try the clutch bited point to see if I've got to adjust that. But yeah, really now it's just a timber to go back on and the engine still. Right, everything's back in, all complete. I just want to top up the oil a bit because it's on the low marker. But yeah, we can take it off a test drive then. I will try and set up a camera and see what I can film for that. Right, we're just on the test drive. All seems to be running very well. The throttle's sticking a little bit, but that shouldn't be much to sort. Yeah, it seems to go well, goes into every gear well. So hopefully that's going to be sorted now then. Let's say we're going away a little camping holiday with some friends, so we're hoping to take this one, so hopefully it'll be alright now. So it's going to need a really good clean up. Yeah, so well, thanks for watching. I'm sure there'll be another video on the campervan. Well, I've got a lot further than last time. Throttle cable's just snapped. Hopefully I can do something with it to get home. Well, the throttle cable snapped, so I tried wiring the throttle open just to try and get it home, but it won't start now with the throttle open, so we're a bit stuck. So we're just going to get a tow home. Well, this feels awfully familiar. So it's only the throttle cable that snaps, but annoyingly it won't start now with the throttle wide open. I'm guessing I've just flooded it. Anyway, order up a new throttle cable and we should be good to go.